Hello and welcome to the second tutorial video for MMA Team Manager. So first of all, we're going to look at the fighter profile screen. Just trying to explain a few things. So this is the fighter's current striking and grappling style. So if this fighter is set to boxing and judo, these are the grades for each of the styles. These are his attributes, and this is fitness, striking defense, takedown defense, submission defense, and morale. So what we're looking at here is the chance of a successful technique for the given styles. So it's the chance of pulling off the move, and they're related to the grades. So the chance of successful technique is directly related to the grades of the style chosen. So as you can see, for this fighter, he's selected for boxing, which is grade 9, which is very high, which is giving him a very high chance of success for the boxing related moves, the jab, the cross, the hook, the uppercut. But he's got zero chance of successful technique for the kicking moves, because obviously you don't kick in boxing. And same with the grappling style. He's a grade 8 for judo, so the grade's very high. So the throws and the hold downs, some of the submissions, he's got a high chance of a successful technique. Now if I change his style to taekwondo, which is a kicking based striking style, you can see the chance of successful technique for the punching moves has dropped significantly, and he's improved the chance for a successful technique for the kicking moves. But they're not that high because he's only grade 5 for taekwondo, whereas a grade 9 for boxing. So you can see that the best choice for striking style for this fighter would be boxing because of his grade 9, and also the caliber changes depending on the striking style. So he's actually a better fighter with a different style. So when we switch across here to the potency of technique, the potency of the technique is the amount of damage that the successful move will do, and that's related to the attributes. So you can see here that power and speed are related to his striking style, and flexibility and strength are related to his grappling style. So the higher the flexibility and strength, the more potent the submissions and the grappling style moves are. The same with power and speed with the striking styles. So if we now look at delegation for the fighter, we can choose an instructor. So his styles are boxing and judo, so I'm going to choose the boxing instructor to select his tactics. And I'll choose the judo instructor to select his training. When we go to tactics, we'll see everything set by that instructor for the 3 rounds, and our training regime has been set. So you can delegate the training and the tactics for the fighter on this screen. So now we're going to look at the process of buying a fighter, signing a new fighter into your club. So if we look at our current roster, we can see that our international caliber fighters, we've got a range of weights. So let's look to sign another international caliber fighter. We'll go for lightweight, and let's go for more kicking style, we'll go for a Taekwondo fighter. So we come down to recruitment, search fighters, lightweights. So we're looking for a high grade Taekwondo fighter. So these are all the grades 7 to 10 in Taekwondo with a striking style of Taekwondo. All the fighters in the game. So we're looking for an international caliber. So this guy fits the bill, but he's got a contract clause that he'll only transfer to a club with a league title only, which we don't have, so that transfer will be blocked. So we need to look for a better option. So here, Andrew Lawrenson, international caliber, no contract clause. So we'll shortlist that fighter. Now we come down to the shortlist. I can just select all to show all our shortlisted fighters. And now I'm going to approach the contract. So this is the negotiation screen. And we've got an overall leverage ratio, which is calculated from these stats about our club. The manager rating, total manager record, total trophies, gym facilities, and the caliber difference, which is just the caliber of the club. So ours is national, and the caliber of the fighter international is one better. So the caliber difference is -1. So it's these stats versus the fighter's stats, attributes and grades. So he's a high quality fighter, and we have just started the game, so we haven't got a very good record. So the leverage of the negotiation is well in his favour. And the higher the ratio is in his favour, the closer to the asking price, the asking salary that he's asking, we have to pay for him to sign. So if we were to offer him a 2-year contract, we'll pay the value of the fighter to the club, and we'll offer a slightly higher salary. He's going to reject because we're not meeting anywhere close to what he's asking. So at any time in the negotiation, we can have a mediator assessment, which costs £3,000, but it sets our offer to something close to what he'll accept. And we're having to pay the club a high amount because this fighter isn't transfer listed. We're going to offer him what he's asking for the contract length, and the salary is a lot higher than what he's on now. Not quite what he's asking, but it's around. It fits the leverage ratio amount. And now we offer, and it's accepted. So Andrew Lawrenson is now there in our roster. Now we're going to look at delegating tasks to your instructors and your physios. So this is the start of the game. I need to select a sponsorship deal. This task can't be delegated, but you only have to do it once every couple of years. Here are the options. I'm just going to set the first one. And now the physio rota must be submitted. So it's asking you to fill in this rota to allocate the physio's time. Now if you don't want to do it, you'd rather delegate the task to an instructor, you go to instructors delegation, physios delegation. You need to select a head physio and draw up the physio rota. Now it's bypassed asking us to fill in the physio rota. Now it's asking for the training rota to be filled in. So if you want to delegate this to an instructor, instructor's delegation, select a head instructor, then draw up the training rota, and we'll also get them to do the session appointments. So now when I come here, I'm no longer blocked and the tasks have been delegated, and the tasks will be carried out as I advance the day. So now when I look at the physio rota, it's locked in, it's been done, and the same with the training rota. The sessions have been selected, and also the session appointments have been made. So those tasks have been delegated, and now I can advance through without the prompts. So pre-season friendlies, I'm just going to select Beijing, and now advance through the days to fight day. Now it's asking me to select the fighters for this fixture. If you want to delegate this, you can do it again. Get an instructor, delegation, choose who you want to assign the fighters. So Lucas Smith is going to assign the fighters for the fixture. And now we'll no longer have to select the fighters. It'll be done by that instructor, and we'll go straight to the fight interval for the fights, where I can select any of the instructors to corner the fighters. I can either simulate or watch the fight. So the last part of the video, we're just going to show how quickly you can fly through to the first fight in the game using delegation, and to show how quickly it can be achieved. So I'm going to set up my delegation, select my club, instructors. I'm going to choose a head instructor to draw out the rota, session appointments, a different instructor to assign fighters. If I assign an instructor to corner fighters, it will bypass the whole fight and calculate the results. So I'll leave that in my hands as player one, because I want to show how you can move quickly into a fight. So I'm going to delegate the physios, choose a head physio, draw the physio rota, and then I'm going to select one of my fighters, delegation. Now here you can set this instructor to select tactics for all the fighters and for all the training. So if I go to a different fighter, he's got the same settings. So all the fighters are having the tactics and individual training set by these instructors. So now I can advance through the days, process 7 days at once, choose my sponsorship deal, advance my first fight, advance through the days, straight to fight day, now I'm going to watch the fight. So that's the end of the second tutorial video. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about the game, please write in the discussion forums and we'll get back to you as soon as we can with a reply. Okay, thanks for watching.